How are you today, friends? I'm Sparkle the Spelling Star, and I have another magical spelling game for you today. It's going to show me how amazing you are at a spelling rule called Drop the E. We need this rule to help us add vowel suffixes to the end of a word. Vowel suffixes are suffixes or endings that start with a vowel. This isn't all of them, but some examples you may know are ed, ing, and er. Here's a quick review of the Drop the E rule. You'll need to answer 3 questions about the word you're spelling. Is the word one syllable? Am I adding a suffix that starts with a vowel? And does the word end with a silent E? If you answer yes to all 3 questions, drop the E before adding the suffix to your word. Let's practice using the rule with the word bake. I will turn the word bake into the word baking by adding the suffix ing. Let's answer our drop the E rule questions. Is bake a one-syllable word? Yes, bake is one syllable, or clap. Does the suffix we are adding start with a vowel? Yes, we are adding ing, which starts with the vowel I. And finally, does bake end with a silent E? Yes again. We answered yes to all 3 questions, so we need to drop the E and then add ing to spell the word baking. Okay, spelling stars, you're ready for game time. Here's how to play. When you see this on a slide, listen as I tell you the suffix we are adding to the word. You'll have 10 seconds to decide whether or not we use the drop the E rule before the timer runs out. If we drop the E before adding the suffix, give a thumbs down. If the word stays the same and we just add the suffix, make an X with your arms. Earn a sparkle sticker for each right answer. Are you ready? Me too. Let's play. Turn shake into shaking by adding the suffix ing. All 3 boxes are checked for the word shake, so we drop the E before adding ing. Way to start strong. Turn race into raced by adding the suffix ed. This is another word that follows our rule. I'm happy to see you're giving a thumbs down. Great job. Turn like into likely by adding the suffix ly. We aren't adding a vowel suffix to the word like. The suffix ly starts with the consonant L. You're absolutely right to be making the X signal. Turn bike into biker by adding the suffix er. You're getting the hang of this. We check all the boxes for the word bike. Awesome job giving me a thumbs down to show that we drop the E before adding the suffix. Turn cheer into cheerful by adding the suffix ful. There's only one check mark here. We aren't adding a suffix that starts with a vowel, and cheer doesn't end with a silent E. I love seeing all of those X signals. Great job. Turn skate into skated by adding the suffix ed. You're right! This is another word where we have to use the drop the E rule. If you've got your thumb pointing down, you've got another sticker coming your way. Turn safe into safely by adding the suffix ly. This was a tricky one, but you got it. You must have noticed that we were adding a suffix that started with a consonant, not a vowel. Way to go, making another X signal. Turn ride into riding by adding the suffix ing. All three of those boxes are checked for the word ride. Write again that we need to drop the E before adding ing. Turn taste into tastes by adding the suffix s. I can't fool you. We aren't adding a vowel suffix to the word taste, so you're right to be making that X signal. We don't need to drop the E before adding the suffix s. Turn large into largest by adding the suffix est. This was the last word and you nailed it. We check all of the boxes for the word large, so we know we have to drop that E before adding est. Fantastic spelling today, friends. You figured out which words followed the drop the E rule and which ones didn't. Here's the last sticker for your chart, a shining star, just like all of you. I know you'll continue to be superstar spellers by remembering the drop the E rule. When you have a one-syllable word, you're adding a suffix that starts with a vowel, and there is a silent E on the end. Remember to drop that E before adding the suffix to your word. See you soon for more spelling fun.